You can see the stars tonight. It's chilly out here tonight.
What's going on?
Who was that?
Who fired that round? May still be around.
Get out of here! Better get Marshall down here quick. Marshall, come quick. Get them both.
Yeah, he's been hit. Looks bad.
All right. Help me roll him over. Easy. Help me get him up. I'm gonna get me a coffee, Marie.
Yeah. Who is he?
All I know is he's one of the boys, a ranch hand. I thought that bullet was meant for me, though. I guess not.
I've got to remove the bullet. You have to leave.
What?
Now.
Since when?
Just go.
Now, look, Marie, I gotta ask this cowboy some questions. I gotta find out who tried to kill him.
This cowboy is a young woman.
This your first offense in Canada?
First time he's been caught, yeah.
Have you ever tried to smuggle whiskey into Canada before?
Oh, no.
Mr. Pilcher, by the authority vested in me by the Canadian government and Queen Victoria, I find you guilty. And I order you to pay a $10 fine and I confiscate your whiskey. Do you have anything to say?
No, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll never do it again. You can be sure of that.
Pilcher, come here. By tomorrow, you ain't gone from border town. It'll be a month in them cages for you. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Don't ever stick your nose in again when I'm conducting a trial. Do you understand?
Canadian justice, huh? You know, you should have taken away his wagon and his horses and put him in jail for a month. That's what you should have done.
I thought the sentence was fair.
Fair? It was worse than stupid, Jake.
It's because I have more authority than you, isn't it? More power. It kills you that I can conduct a trial, hand out punishment and fines, and that you can't. That's it, right?
Dr. Dumont says you can come see the cowboy that got shot last night.
The cowboy got shot last night? Where?
Go ahead, Willie. Tell him all about it.
Right there on the main street in Canada.
Why don't you tell me about that?
Gee, I don't know. It's all yours, though, Corporal.
You haven't heard the last of this, Craddock.
Did I say something wrong?
No, you did perfect, Willie. Now, go find Jake for me, will you, please?
Yes, sir.
Hi. Samantha, this is Corporal Bennett. He'd like to ask you a few questions.
I have no idea who tried to shoot me. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe they really tried to shoot Marshal Craddock. I don't know. I wish I could help you, but I can't.
Miss Stone, how long have you been pretending to be a ranch hand?
About a year?
Clive, do you know how difficult it is for a woman alone to earn enough money to live on?
I could have been somebody's maid for room and board and $7 a month. Or I could have been a seamstress for a few dollars more. Or a barmaid for tips and a meal.
But to be a ranch hand? With only men around?
Nobody cares. As long as you look like a cowhand and you mind your own business. I had to learn to lower my voice and walk like a cowboy. That's all. And the pay is 60 cents a day, sometimes more.
Find the lunatic who shot her, Clive.
I'll be back, Miss Stone. Marie?
You should dress now.
Corporal, I was just telling Diane there all about how Canadian laws work, and,
Never mind that.
all right. So, what do you think about our wounded cowhand there?
Craddock, I hate to tell you this, but I need you on this one.
Now, hold on a second, Clive. The crime occurred on Canadian soil. I know, I was there.
Seriously.
Corporal Bennett, I understand that you confiscated about 15 gallons of whiskey?
Firewater.
Well, even so, the shortage of real whiskey the way it is, Zachary and I would be happy to take it off your hands. You just name your price.
You see, most cowboys don't care much what they drink, Clive, as long as it burns going down, you see?
We'd filter it and distill it once or twice until it's palatable. We've done it before.
Belongs to the government, not me.
I'll see if I can't reason with him a little, Diane.
Thanks, Jack.
Is the doctor in? I'm a personal friend. Thought I'd surprise her.
Marshal Craddock said no one can go in.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
I tried.
turn around. I want you to see death coming for you.
Gotta hand it to you, Mr. Stone.
Drop your gun.
I think she passed out.
We got some explaining to do.
My name is Matheson. I've been tracking her for months. She's wanted in Butte, Montana for the murder of her husband.
You've lost a lot of blood. Such a foolish thing to do. He could have killed you.
Maybe that would have been better.
I don't believe you killed your husband, Samantha. This thing you've done, dressing like a man, it's such a desperate thing to do. What drove you to it?
This drawing looks like a couple of other young women we have here in Bordertown.
Maybe. But is their name Samantha Stone?
All right, Mr. Matheson, you got some kind of proof that you're an official bounty hunter?
I'll take my prisoner now if it's all the same to you. Butte's a long ride.
You can have her when the doctor says she can travel.
Ah, don't make no difference how sick she is now, does it? She's gonna hang anyway.
Where are you staying, Matheson? I can probably get you a good rate down at Denny's Hotel.
I'm at the rooming house. Am I gonna get my prisoner or aren't I, Marshal?
Like the corporal said, once the doc's finished with her, you'll get her.
I'll get a bite to eat and come back.
All right.
Matheson, how do you explain someone taking a shot at her last night?
It's your town. Beats me.
Jake, how is she?
How would you feel if you were shot and then knocked down by that ox?
Clive, she can't stay here. It's too cold.
Hey! You think I can go back to my own cell? This guy smells.
Why don't you just hold your breath, then? Come on out of there. You're going home early. Andale, let's go, both of you. Move.
Sorry we have to keep you in here, but...
And I'm sorry I knocked you down like that, little lady, but, you know...
My husband, George, had a printing business in Butte. He was doing well. He had 2 helpers, Ed Sloan and another one named Roy Matheson. One time, George caught Matheson stealing, and he let him go. Months later, a man from Denver came and offered George a lot of money for the business. We always dreamed of going to California. This is our chance. He paid cash. That same night, George heard a noise in the shop. We lived above it. He went downstairs. Somebody shot him, took the money, and George's watch and ring.
But then why are you accused of killing your husband?
He told you that. And you believe him?
Matheson gave us a wanted poster with your name on it.
When I started searching for Matheson, I asked at a printer's shop in Denver, and Matheson had worked there a month earlier.
So he printed up the posters himself?
Yes. By then, he knew I was looking for him. That's when I decided I could track him better if I was a man.
This Roy Matheson is clever and dangerous.
Then you believe it's Matheson who took a shot at you the other night?
He must have found out I was asking around town about him.
If you let him take her, she'll be dead before they're 2 miles out of town. And you both know it.
I better take Marie some lunch. She's been with that wounded man all morning.
Good idea.
Can I help you with something?
No, I just want some information. You've got a man staying at the boarding house named Roy Matheson.
Yes.
Has anyone been asking about him?
No. Oh, wait a minute. There was someone yesterday, a cowhand. He described Matheson to a T and then said he was a friend of his.
And you told Matheson, and he asked what the cowhand looked like.
Yes, that's right. How did you know?
And I bet he was out pretty late last night, too.
That's right, he was. But...
Thanks, Sally.
Willie?
What you doing, Marshal?
I'm playing in the mud, Willie. What's it look like?
Is it true that that ranch hand that got shot is a girl?
You ain't never heard tell of a girl ranch hand before, Willie?
No.
I'll bet you ain't never heard of a girl marshal before, neither.
Ain't no such thing.
Well, will you wash this off for me, please, Willie?
Yes, sir.
About that whiskey, Corporal. What if we agreed to sell it only to the Americans and not Canadians?
Not now, Diane, all right?
I say we arrest him and wait to hear from the sheriff in Butte.
And I say we go over to the rooming house and check his rifle. See if this matches with the shells he's using.
Sure. And then risk a big shootout at the rooming house.
Look, Clive, there's gonna be some shooting no matter how we handle it.
He said he was coming back for Samantha. All we gotta do is wait for him.
Unless he's already there.
Matt, hold up. What's the problem?
We need to talk to you about Samantha Stone.
Sure. She's ready, isn't she?
Well, she's about as ready as she can be, yeah.
Good.
Mrs. Duffield.
You shot that young woman, you monster!
Hold it! Drop your guns or she dies. Back off. Drop it. Go, Mrs. Duffield. You hit? Twist my ankle. Go!
Make it count, compadre.
Nice tie, Jack.
You like it? Is it straight?
Yeah, move it down a little bit on the left.
Is that good?
That's great.
You know, I gotta hand it to you straight there, Corporal. It wasn't until I found Samantha's husband's ring there, up in Matheson's suitcase, that I was certain we had the right hombre there.
Really?
That's right. It's a sign of your superior instincts, that's what it is.
Buttering me up for something, right?
No, I'm telling you the truth here.
Gentlemen, it's time for dinner.
All right.
You look lovely, Samantha.
You sure do.
You okay, Jack?
Excuse me, Marie.
I'll never be able to thank you for what you've done.
All the credit goes to Corporal Bennett here, ma'am. It was his doing.
What's going on, Jack? Marie, what a terrific idea to have the hotel prepare our meal for us.
That was the least we could do. That firewater you gave us has been selling like hotcakes.
I gave you. I gave them. Ah!